All right, let's continue our discussion on the other two implications of religious pluralism. They are the aim of or the birth of the new religion, and threatening human rights. So let me share my slides with all of you. All right, so how is it that religious pluralism bring about a new religion? In my previous discussion, we have talked about uniformism, in which at the end of religious pluralisms, it promotes, you know, syncretism and eclecticism. Finally, people who lost the traditional understanding or traditional meaning of religion will lose its characteristics altogether, and people will pick and choose from the uh, from the syncretic teachings and invent their own religion. So this time I'm going to explain a little bit more how this happened. Yeah? Um, Now this happened especially when secular humanistic approach to religion started to marginalize or demarcate between what they regard as human interpretation of religions and the sacred elements of religions, of which the sacred elements of religions are way beyond human comprehension, and religions are only limited to what have been regarded as leaning towards human experience, biased to human reasoning or inclined to human reasoning and logical explanation. So these are scientific facts about religion that are near to human comprehension. Yeah. Um, Already in the discipline of religions, there is a, a new interpretations toward religion. In fact, it's not new, but it was introduced together with the movements on comparative religion, which is Religion's Wissenschaft, and Frederick Max Muller have started this, yeah, whereby he perceived or he regarded many of the teachings or narratives in religion as myth. So religion given a new identity as myth, and this myth give chances for scholars of religions, especially modern scholars of religion, to study or to discuss a lot of narratives in religion that is beyond human experience and beyond human logical explanation. So we have discussed, for example, when he criticizing sorry, when he criticizing the myth of incarnation. In fact, he has written a book on it. Yeah, and he asked men to, or he asked the Christian, persuaded the Christians, and he demanded new interpretations, new approaches to the meaning of incarnation, persuading the Christians to reinterpret, to take metaphorical understanding towards the incarnation instead of understanding it as literally true. Yeah. So this is the new way of looking at religion. Whenever there are avenues whereby logical explanation and scientific explanation cannot give explanation or cannot provide answers, then religion is to be treated as myth, or religious teachings or doctrines or narratives to be treated as myth, and this has become a tradition in a religion, accumulated, accepted, narrated from one generation to another. Um, this gives certain impacts to religion because people believe it in giving some exceptions to religion in the context of looking at it only from a metaphorical perspective. And that is also a kind of uh, understanding of religion that try to promote religion as um, something to do with the way the state uh, regulate people. Yeah, so religion as something to do with what is regarded as national religiousness. Being religious is to be loyal to the country, to be loyal to the state. So whatever so-called religions or values that can make you or that is workable towards making you a good citizen, that is a good religion. That is a good religion for that matter, because that religion work practically for the nation. Yeah, and we have discussed also this before. The teachings of such a national religiousness is the civic values, the moral values, yeah, the moral values found in the traditions and accumulated from one generation to another, and being the norms for that particular religion. So whatever that is not scientific to the religion, that can be set aside because that can be regarded as metaphorical truth. Yeah, and it works at that level alone. But the most pragmatic, so I'm looking for this term, the most pragmatic aspect of the religion would be the one that make the religion work together, hands in hands with the state or with the country, yeah, and that can help the people of religions to be together or to unite together. So this is the birth of a new religion with the invention of religious pluralism. Yeah, and this new religion of this with the sense of really national religiousness that adhere to certain values of freedom, of human rights. Yeah, um, these are the doctrines of this new religion, yeah, whether one notice is or not. So this become the worldview of religion. So basically what uh, the critics to religious pluralism try to forecast here or try to anticipate here is that religious pluralism has become a new religion, yeah, and it becomes the worldview of a religion, and it has the characteristics of religion, and it is supposed to be the religion for all, yeah, at this century. Yeah. Now, in what manner that religious pluralism uh, threaten human rights? Because I have discussed earlier that religious pluralism uphold freedom, tolerance, yeah, human right as a matter of fact. So, in what manner that religious pluralism threaten human rights? Yeah. Of course, at the very basic, religious pluralism give the right to every religions to coexist, give the right to people of religions to practice their religion. But then, in conjunction with the secular worldview, or with secularism that become the foundation of religious pluralism, uh, the definition of freedom, yeah, the definition of freedom in religion is limited to one personal affairs, in the sense that your religious freedom should not encroach other people's freedom. So uh, this is very much in line with the secular interpretation of human rights, and this become the um, definition of human right, of religious pluralism, or especially in terms of coexistence, in terms of acceptance towards other religions. Um, but then there are many teachings in particular religion that perhaps, not only perhaps, that make the people of religions to believe in the way he wants to believe, to practice the way he wants to practice. For example, Muslims have certain way of, uh, you know, um, demonstrating themselves. They have their, dress code, yeah, and for ladies especially with hijab, yeah, and they have certain code for perhaps dietary code, yeah, and relating themselves to one another, yeah. But then this may not be in conjunction with the way freedom of religion is believed to be in the context of Western definition. Because, say, for example, wearing hijab is regarded as, religious values, and it has to be personal and it cannot be public. So this is what is actually taking place in the Western country, uh, whereby secularism becomes the backbone of the country, backbone of the state, and religious values are not welcome to be demonstrated at public. So, as a matter of fact, this way of presenting oneself as a religious person in public is regarded as imposing your religion or your religious belief to people, and this is against the concept of tolerance, of freedoms, of human rights under the banner of secularism, in which it is very much consonant and very much compatible to religious pluralism. So, at the end of the day, people of religions are hindered from demonstrating, well, perhaps I would not say demonstrating here, are hindered from practicing their religion. Muslims, for example, stopped from, Muslims lady are stopped from wearing hijab because wearing hijab is actually showcasing, demonstrating her personal faith, which makes other religions or people of other religions or people around her not comfortable, encroaching their rights and their belief system. So, and that answers why in places in the West, Muslims are not allowed to wear hijab, or not allowed to uh, clearly, pronounce their to do their prayers in public, for example, yeah, because these are sort of enforcing, uh, demonstrating their personal faith to the public. So at the end of the day, what perceived as human rights under the banner of religious pluralism attacked the rights of religious believers to believe. And this is quite an irony. This is quite an irony because the problems with religious pluralism is when it's takes secularism as its foundation, yeah, as its foundation, uh, in order to justify the conceptions of the truth, in order to justify the conflicting truth that all religions exhibited. So these are among the critics to religious pluralism, and I think all these critics were basically critics to secular humanism, which is necessarily the foundation of religious pluralism. Even though secular humanism propagates freedom to men, and adhere to tolerance and respect, and that religious pluralism is against exclusivism and appreciates diversity. But finally, it becomes a backfire to religious pluralism, to secular humanism as well. Why? Because finally, the rights of religious believers to practice their religions uh, were limited by religious pluralism. Yeah, in the name of other human rights, a certain definition of human rights, in the names of tolerance, yeah, and in the names of freedom of religion. So, it kinds of a loop in the human dilemma to interpret the problem of freedom, the problem of human rights, and the problem of tolerating the many truths exhibited by the different religions. So thank you very much, and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.